Nowadays, pretty much every camera coming out has an option for shooting 10-bit. Fantastic. I shoot nothing but 10-bit. It has way more latitude and it's way more forgiving. Allows you to push and pull the colors a lot better in post and just have way nicer looking colors overall because there's more of it there to be captured. So let's just take a minute to quickly look at what bit depth is, just in case you didn't know. In massively overly simplified terms, it's the amount of shades of color that your camera can capture. For example, 8-bit footage can capture up to 256 different shades of color per channel for each of the red, green, and blue values, leading to a total of 16 million. Sounds like a lot, but when you compare this to 10-bit, which can capture up to 1024 per channel, leading to over 1 billion colors, it's a pretty big difference, thus meaning that 10-bit can capture much smoother gradients between colors. This usually presents itself in 8-bit footage as banding, quite often seen in skies or other places where there's quite a gradient. So whilst I see the number of people capturing in 10-bit is on the rise nowadays, most people still just deliver an 8-bit, and actually most people that I speak to don't even realize they are doing it. They think because they have captured in 10-bit it will just stay 10-bit the whole way through, and the devil is in the details. It's usually just one setting, especially in DaVinci Resolve, which you can change to make that difference. So today I'm going to show you exactly how I once have edited all my footage and I'm ready for delivery. I can deliver it in the highest quality 10-bit file and have it give to my client at the highest quality or post on social media at the highest quality. Pretty much nowadays, all social media platforms play 10-bit files just fine. They're all optimized and ready for that. All of your media players that you would find on your home PCs and MacBooks, such as QuickTime Player, VLC Player, and Pop Player, will all be perfectly fine playing them as well. So there's no reason if you're shooting in 10-bit not to deliver in 10-bit. And as always, I'm not always foolproof. If there is a better way, hit me up in the comments down below. I'm always down for learning. I'm just trying to share what I know because these settings have been working perfectly for me for a long time now. But if there is a better way, let me know. So without further ado, let's hop over into DaVinci Resolve and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so like with every project, we first choose a name for our video and a location where we're going to render it out to. Then we go down and we change the format from what it usually defaults as MP4 to QuickTime, and then change the codec to H.265. Now with MP4 you can still change it to H.265, but it will not let you have the option later on to change it from 8-bit to 10-bit. So we want to change the format to QuickTime, the codec to H.265, and then next we drop down to where it says quality. In the quality, it usually defaults as saying best. This is a little bit overkill. What we want to do is click restrict to, and then for 4K, I usually go for 65,000. You can go as low as 55,000 if you want. If it's 1080p, I think you can go for about 25,000, but you must want to check that online. I don't usually export 1080p, so not really so familiar with that. Next, you go down to the encoding profile, and this is what will define whether it is 8-bit or if it is 10-bit. If it says main, this is 8-bit. We want to change this via the drop-down menu to main 10, because now we're exporting in 10-bit. Bingo, we're almost done. So next we then need to drop down to the advanced settings menu, click that little arrow and let it unfold, go right to the bottom, and there's two options at the very bottom there which need checking on. Force sizing to highest quality and force debayering to highest quality. Check both of these, and as for video settings, other than if you have subtitles and you need to burn these into the video or you want them as a separate file, you're pretty much done. So over in the audio tab, there is usually only one thing that you might want to change. I don't change it, I leave it as what it defaults as, which is linear PCM, because linear PCM is uncompressed, lossless audio. If you wanted to have a smaller file size, however, you can change this to AAC. AAC is a good balance between quality and file size. I don't usually bother, I just use it as linear PCM, just cause. Now you can click add to a render queue and render it out. You're good to go. So there you go. Did you learn something? Is there something that I could change on my export settings to make it even better? For me, these settings have been working absolutely amazingly. Hope I could have helped you. And if I have done anything wrong, like I've just said about 15,000 times, hit me up in the comments down below. Let's start a discussion about this. If you like these kind of filmmaking tips and other things that I do here on the channel, you know where to find me. There's a couple of buttons down below. Like and subscribe, give them a whirl. And until next time, guys, peace.